Okay, let's continue game festing. I will go back to the CD and pick up where we left off. I should make a CD. I should make a movie called Look Who's Game Festing, and then for the Game Fest 2 CD, you could make a sequel called Look Who's Game Festing 2. Except somebody would make a porn parody called Look Who's Gay Fisting or something like that. Let's quickly move on from that thought and let's see. Oh, hey, look who it is. Scorched Earth. Yeah, I left off last time with... That's right, I finished with Moraf's World last time. And... Do I want... I don't remember Moraf's End Trap. I don't know what kind of game that is. The description sounds like one of those... what do you call them? I don't know. Let's just give it a try. Let's just quickly see what this is. I don't know if it's, I don't remember this game at all. I don't know if I've ever played it. Entrap. So last time when I tried to run an ultra high-res VGA, it seemed to make the game crash. So let's go ahead and go with good old mode 13 VGA. That's number 4 here, I believe. Oh, I have seen this. This is, it is basically like those games that I'm thinking of, except that it's apparently 3D instead of... Right, so I'm using the arrow keys to move around. There is a hole there. First hit F, then repeat your last key to fill the hole. If this were Leisure Suit Larry, you could also hit F and then use that to do something with the hole, but it wouldn't stand for fill. Okay, sorry, I appear to be in a not family-friendly mood today. I apologize, folks. I know that everyone's very disappointed in me and my terrible behavior. I really have no idea what happened there. I don't know. There are a lot of games like this which are basically grids where, where you move one square at a time, and then the enemies always move directly towards you, and you have to basically get them to destroy each other by running into each other. I don't think I've ever seen one that's 3D like this before, but I have played this game for about, how did I get 202 points? I got 202 points for doing hardly anything. I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, more advertising for AMD. All right, let's, wait, what? So when you start the game, it just puts you directly into the game, and then after you die, then you get the main menu. That's an interesting design. Wow, they actually have an endorsement of AMD here in the main menu of the game. In the main menu of the game, you get 5 options. One of the options is an endorsement of AMD. Hold on, let's see. What do they actually? Okay, this is basically. I think this is pretty much the same text that we saw in Moraf's World. Did they seriously do all of this without getting paid by AMD? Was it really that important to them that... Wow, hard to... I also love how number 2 says, instructions really helpful, as opposed to, all those not very helpful instructions. Well, I mean, I know there are a lot of instructions in a lot of programs that are not helpful, but I just find it kind of funny that they... I press 2 for instructions and it says, good idea. Wow, this that's pretty awesome. This is the kind of thing that... All right, you must make it to the end of suspended pathway. This would be easy if not for the robots who have been instructed to kill you. All right, okay, so... Movement. This one lacks intelligence and is easy to trap. He looks like those... He reminds me of those Indians from Mondo Agency. Or am I thinking of something else? No, I think I am thinking of those guys from Mondo Agency. They looked like that, didn't they? Same as above, but it's slightly better going around holes in the playing field. This guy moves a lot. And then the bottom guy is nasty. He looks kind of like... Obviously, he's a cylinder and not a rectangular prism, but he reminds me a bit of Balrog from Dokutsu Monogatari, better known as Cave Story. Okay, anyway, oh wait, hold on. That was the scoring. This will explain why I got 202 points. Oh, one square forward gains 30 points. So I guess I must have moved a few times and okay. I don't know. Strategy. All right, here's strategy. Most of all, don't give up. All right, actually, I think I'm going to give up. I think giving up here might be a good strategy. Please copy this game for all your friends and acquaintances. Yeah, man, that's yeah, our top of the line game is Moraf's World. That's definitely the flagship product, or was the flagship product of Morafware. Then they had a bunch of these other programs, which were, kind of, yeah. Here are their other games, and they were maybe sometimes interesting, but I don't think that. Yeah, I think definitely Moraf's World is the standout product from that company, from that developer, and the rest of their stuff was kind of, kind of. Sometimes it was okay, but not really anything that you'd remember very well, I don't think. Anyway, okay, let's move on. Where were we? Wait, hold on. Right, okay, so I'm getting mixed up because I think I skipped ahead a little bit last time. I did a little looking ahead, so I'm forgetting where. Okay, yeah, so we did more F and Trap. Let's do Scorched Earth. This is a fun game. It's basically, is this an older version? An older version of me. This doesn't show the version, or maybe it does, but maybe it scrolled off the top of the screen. I don't know. Let's run it and find out. Oh, it's Scorched Earth 1.0. Wow, okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think the most recent version was 1.5, so this is going to be a little older than. Yeah, that claim the mother of all games was always kind of funny for Scorched Earth. It was always kind of a funny. Yeah, this is definitely. It looks a little different from what I'm used to because I've been playing the more recent version. But okay, let's see the older version. It's not that much different. So basically, this is a game that I referenced very much in my video on Tank Wars. It's the same idea. It's the same basic concept, except Scorched Earth has a lot more options. So these are the options here on the left. You can see if you click on these things here. There are more things to fiddle around with here, and I think the more recent versions have even more. This is actually relatively few options because I think version 1.5 had actually significantly more options than this. Yeah, I'm not gonna fiddle around with all these or explain all of these. I think that might get a bit boring. I actually am the kind of person who likes this kind of thing. I'm the person who takes an interest in these kinds of, in these options and kind of fine-tuning them and saying, "Ooh, what would be the advantage of increasing the firing delay from 20 to 21? Let's do an experiment and find out." That's the kind of thing that I actually have fun with, but I realize I have a sort of autism, I guess, which differentiates me from normal people. So, okay, trace paths, at least I do want to have that on because that basically means that you can see the shots as they fly. Let's go ahead and play with, as I did in Tank Wars, I typically play with 3 players, one of them being me. And here, one thing I don't like about this game as compared to Tank Wars is that you can only play a number of rounds that's a multiple of 5, as you can see here, and it only goes up to 50. Tank Wars, you can do any natural number up to, I don't know, I guess there's some practical limit, but you could do like 21 games, whereas here you can only do, like I said, multiples of 5. Let's do 10 rounds, sure, why not? So player 1 is I guess I'll be player 1, so I'll go ahead and put in my name. Here I can choose my type of tank, sure, that's fine. Player 2, let's say player 2 is a computer. So here a moron is the equivalent of Mr. Stupid in Tank Wars, just completely random, just chooses a completely random angle and power each time. And of course, just as in Tank Wars, the moron will sometimes get lucky. Sometimes, maybe like 1 in, I don't know, 50 shots or whatever, he'll get a lucky shot and actually hit somebody. And then the tosser is, I laughed because I know that in British English, those of you who are British will know already, of course, in British English, tosser is masturbator. To toss means to play with yourself, but here it means it's kind of like the lobber in Tank Wars. It's basically somebody who just tries to shoot normally and then will gradually adjust their adjust their adjust their angle or power until they hit somebody. But I guess it makes a good insult to use in the game. If you're English, you can say you bloody tosser. Anyway, so there's the shooter, which I guess works. Yeah, the shooter and the pool shark. The pool shark is basically like the what are they called in Tank Wars? I don't know. I don't remember the names, but yeah, I mean the pool shark basically tries to bounce the shot off the walls if the walls are reflective. The shooter is basically like the what are they called in the other game? The rifleman or something? I don't know. Let's not spend too long dwelling on these. I'll go ahead and choose a moron. Yeah, sure, you can have that tank, and then person 3 will also be a computer. He can be a. Let's make him a tosser. Let's play with a tosser, don't we? All right. So yeah. So this is. I think this version of the game doesn't have the digitized backgrounds, which is kind of a shame because the most recent version of Scorched Earth actually has some nice scanned backgrounds. You can actually see photorealistic mountains and things like that, and not just this generic sort of green mass that we're on. I mean, it's still perfectly playable. It's just it's missing a few things that I'm used to in the latest version. But anyway, okay, let's go ahead and. You can also see the resolution here is much higher than you get in Tank Wars, which definitely changes the strategy somewhat because it means that you're less likely to get hit by shrapnel when other tanks explode. It really does quite change the feel of the game. Let's see. I think is the guy on the right Mr. Stupid or Moron in this case? Oh, the shot delay is also quite low, so shots go very fast, which I guess is not bad. There we go. That took care of that fellow. And let's see what is. Okay, I need to definitely increase my shot power. Is that because of the wind? I don't know. Anyway, come on. There we go. I have $15,000, $15,120. That's not bad. So yeah, so here you have two main categories. You can switch between them with that slider on the left, or just press the tab key to switch between them. So the first category is weapons. I mean, obviously weapons is an important thing to buy. And then there's everything else. So you have weapons and you have everything else. So here, for example, you can buy parachutes to protect yourself from falling. So if the tank starts falling, a parachute will automatically deploy and prevent the tank from taking damage from the fall. Batteries actually basically repair damage. They're not. Your tank doesn't run out of battery power, but basically when your tank gets hit, it loses power, and so batteries are in essence their health for your tank. They basically like health packs for the tank. They recharge the health of the tank. Let's see. Do I wanna? I'm always fond of baby rollers. What they basically do is they roll on the ground and they roll down hills, which is very useful if you have an enemy at the bottom of a hill, which is often the case in this game. Let's buy that, and then I guess parachutes. Parachutes are useful because often I fall down in this game. Can I not press D? Oh, that's in more recent versions you can press D for done, but I guess I can't do that. I have to click on it. Wow. Oh, and the green guy is a moron. Yeah, the green guy is a Mr. Stupid, so that was just pure luck. Once again, the fact that the green guy killed me on the first shot was just absolute luck. That was just random chance. Are these good? There we go. Okay. All right, well, Fred was the victor here. I can't really do much since I didn't make any money on that round, so let's try to avoid a repeat of that. Although, again, you can't avoid it entirely because sometimes the moron will get off a lucky shot. Okay, we have a bit of a wind going here, so I need to shoot against that wind. These guys are not very good shots. All right. Yeah, I'm just a little bit bothered by the feel of this game because it's an older version. It's just really somehow it doesn't. Somehow it just doesn't. It feels like there's something missing. Wow. Okay, that was just. That was not a lucky shot. The purple guy, I believe, is the tosser. So he shoots with a sense of purpose. Oh, and you can see there is a cloud up there which is producing lightning. That's one thing this game has that that Tank Wars doesn't have. It has dangerous environments, so sometimes there's a starry night. Sometimes when you have a starry night, you'll actually see shooting stars come out of the sky and hit the tanks. And then on a cloudy day like this, sometimes there'll be strikes of lightning. So yeah, there is a... Yeah, we are under a thundercloud that is tossing lightning down at these tanks here. Alright, finally. Erst wann die Wolken schlafen gehen, kann man uns am Himmel sehen. Wir haben Angst und sind allein. Gott weiß, ich will ein Panzer sein. Okay, so... Oh, and speaking of clouds, we have more clouds here. So let's... I don't know what that sound was. I think the purple guy bought some weapon that he's powering up or something. Or does he have a shield? There are shields in this game that you can buy, and when you power them up, it actually... I don't know. Anyway. I definitely hear the sound of something powering up, but I don't know what it is. Oh, did that guy have a... Does this guy have batteries? I think he might, because I think I heard the sound of him using batteries to repair the damage that his tank took from that fall. Oh, the green player is called Cleopatra. Let's see, what kind of... Oh, I need to use way more power here. There we go. Alright, so, I mean, these guys are not really too much of a challenge. I guess if I really wanted a challenge, I would play against... some more skilled players. But yeah, just like the other game, this game has vertical and horizontal guidance. It also has other types of guidance, like heat guidance, which I believe is just basically heat seeking. So it automatically homes in on a tank when it gets close to one. When it gets close to a tank, it just basically will automatically try to home in on it. J guidance, this basically, I think it just tries to automatically choose the correct power for a shot, which can be useful. And oh boy, the lazy boy. You know, let's have some fun. Let's show off the lazy boy, because this thing is crazy. This thing is really something unique. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the lazy boy. I think I press G. Wait, how do I use the lazy boy here? Uh-oh. What? I accidentally shot myself because I was trying to find the key to activate the guidance. And that caused me to shoot a roller at myself, which then rolled down the hill and hit me. Wow, that was bad luck. In more recent versions of the game, you can press... Is there some way to get out of this? Oh yeah, okay. If you press Control S, that brings up the system. And if you do a mass kill, yeah, that gets rid of the guys on the screen. You do that if it seems like the computer is just going to be fighting itself forever. They probably would have come to some conclusion if I'd been a bit more patient, but I didn't. Wow, that guy got a direct hit on me. Well, that's quite unfortunate. I wanted to show off the lazy boy, but now it doesn't seem like I'll have a chance. I need to figure out how to enable it. So Control S. Yeah, that's not what I'm looking for. Is there not? Oh, here we go. If you click on your name up there, then you can choose. Okay, here we go. So there we go. Now I select the lazy boy. There we go. So now it's Now it's selected. In more recent versions of the game, there is a status bar at the top that actually shows you what guidance system is selected, but okay, no matter. All right, so let's go ahead and fire now with the Lazy Boy active. Just as in Tank Wars, you can press, you can choose a target, but here you just basically press a number key on the keyboard, and the enemies are just numbered from left to right. So let's say I want to shoot at the purple guy on the left, so I'll press 1 to shoot at him. And this, okay. That's what the Lazy Boy does. It basically just follows the contours of the mountain until it hits its target. In this case, I happened to hit that guy because he was in the way. It'll hit whatever it hits first. It won't necessarily hit your target if there's somebody else in the way. So let's try that again. And this time I'll press 1 again. And it does this. That's the Lazy Boy. It's pretty awesome sometimes. What I probably won't be able to show in this video is sometimes you get into situations where your enemy that you want to target is covered in dirt, and even if your enemy is buried under a ton of dirt, the Lazy Boy will actually just burrow right through that dirt. It's pretty amazing to see. That Lazy Boy does some really amazing things. You saw it has some flaws. Like it won't necessarily hit the target if there's a different target in the way that it runs into first. And it does have a nasty habit of hitting you if it gets confused. Like if you happen to be in its way, then it'll probably hit you instead of your target. But you have to know how to use it. You have to be careful with it because sometimes it'll backfire on you. But it's really amazing. It's really powerful when it works right. Anyway, wow. Okay, I'll just get out of this because these guys are just gonna keep fighting each other forever. Wow, that was not my finest performance. I only won half of the rounds. That was pretty bad on my part. But anyway, but yeah, Scorched Earth, very good game. I highly recommend getting a more recent version than that. But still, it's in terms of Tank Wars versus Scorched Earth. Scorched Earth obviously has a lot more features, but this is one of those situations where sometimes the thing that's simpler is more fun. There is a more immediate and more visceral sort of fun that you get from Tank Wars. Although that having been said, I think I may have played more of Scorched Earth just because there's more to do and see in it. It has more variety. So Tank Wars is more like the kind of game that you just play when you want to have some fun right now and to see a few things blow up. And then Scorched Earth is more like a game that you play if you want to incorporate a little bit more strategy and kind of think more about what you're doing. So they're both good for different situations. I mean, I love Tank Wars, but I feel like I might have played more Scorched Earth in my life. I don't know, I could be wrong. Anyway, so where were we? Yeah, so that was Scorched Earth, One Armed Bandit, Wolfenstein. I've featured Wolfenstein on my channel before, and when I did the first Gamefest CD, so I think we can skip over that. I mean, we've seen it before. Jill of the Jungle, right? I mentioned that we were coming up to this in the previous video. So a lot of people really like Jill of the Jungle. I don't dislike it, but I don't like it as much as most people seem to. And I'll try to explain my reasons for that as we go along. It's a self-extracting. That was a self-extracting exe file. So what do I actually run here? JJ file 0. Whoops. Oh, okay. All right, digital sound blaster sound effects on, sound blaster musical track on, no joystick, color VJ graphics, press enter if this is correct. Yes, it is. All right. Oh yeah, that music. This game does have good music. That's definitely one of the things I really like about this game. It has great music. Story. That's the story. It's not really a story. I'm not a great storyteller, but I am of the considered opinion that this is not a story. But okay, fine. You don't really need a story, do you? I mean, many games basically are just that. It's basically the game is just an excuse to go around and shoot things. That's the point of the game. Anyway, let's go ahead and play. So, this is Jill of the Jungle. And I hope that it's apparent right away that the movement is a little choppy. Now, the movement is not terrible, but you can see from the way she moves around, she doesn't really move smoothly. The scrolling is not smooth as it is in, you know, in proper console games. It's kind of... I mean, she moves basically a half block at a time. Like, see, if I keep pressing left to make her move a little bit, she kind of, yeah, she does something like that. Like, she kind of, yeah, you can make her move a minimum of a half block at a time. She will not move less than that. So that basically means that, yeah, it makes the movement not very fluid. I mean, it's kind of fluid, but it's not really, it's not nearly as fluid as, you know, what you got on proper platformers on, you know, I mean, compare this with something like Jazz Jackrabbit, and you'll notice this is not nearly as smooth as something like that, but oh well. But I mean, it's not a bad game, and the way it usually uses these knives, and these knives are like boomerangs. They actually return to you. So if you throw a knife like that, it'll fly off like that and then come back to you. So occasionally the game uses spinning blades. Okay, thank you. The game uses spinning blades, which do not come back to you, but you have an infinite supply of them. Some of the sound effects in this game are really weird, but the music is good. I mean, I like this music. These frogs can get quite annoying. Come on. I got that other frog and I got that bird, but not... Okay. There we go. I got that little froggy. Apples give you points, but they also increase your health, so they are obviously quite useful. Oops. Oh, darn it. It's also sometimes hard to hit things like that if they're not at the right height to get hit by your knife, as you saw there. Come on. There we go. There we go. That was the first level. So yeah, Jill of the Jungle. I mean, it's a lot of feminists. Yeah, you can say for pressing S. A lot of feminists liked this game at the time because, you know, there were not a lot of platform games like this featuring female characters, and so having something like this, which had a female protagonist, was kind of something special back in the day. But I don't think Jill would be a feminist icon today because she's too sexy, you know. She's like one of those warrior princess type of characters who's just so, she's kind of sexualized. I mean, yeah, she's strong and she's tough and she's a fighter, but feminists today would say that she's still sexualized. I mean, I'll confess, I know that I'm going to probably... that some people will probably be disgusted with me, but I mean, when I was a kid, I tended to deliberately do this for a while, just because I found it, I don't know, for some reason I found it a little bit, I don't know, I found it amusing, but anyway. Yeah, this isn't really, I don't know, I don't really see Jill as a feminist icon. I see her as, I mean, I don't see her as anti-feminist either. I just kind of see her as a woman in a video game who throws knives and jumps around and makes that sound when she gets hurt. And makes that sound when she finds a key. Well, I'm assuming that wasn't Jill, that was just some sound effect that played, but anyway. Yeah, Jill of the Jungle, it's kind of a random game sometimes. You can see some of the sound effects and some of the events and locations are a little incongruous, maybe, but yeah, not a bad game. I played this game for a while. I played through. This game has 3 episodes. I played through all 3 of them. They're not bad. They're not great, but they're okay. They're fun to play for a while. Anyway, I will go ahead and quit out of that. Look out, world! Here comes Epic Mega Games. All right, Jill of the Jungle. Let's move on. And after Jill comes... Where were we? Here we go. Wolfenstein 3D Utilities. So yeah, 5 utilities. So what do we have here? A trainer. Okay, so basically like built-in cheats, even though the game comes with cheats already. Saved games and a save game manager. Okay, the game has a save game manager, so I don't really... Anyway, a map generator and then a paint program to modify walls. And there is a new map also. This was kind of early days for modifying games like this. I mean, today there are programs that are much more fully featured that will let you edit everything. I mean, you can make fully fledged, you can make total conversions of Wolfenstein where all the enemies, all the sprites are different, all the walls are different, all the levels are different. People do. I mean, people make total conversions of it, and there are a lot of them. I mean, I've played a lot of them, and some of them are really good. So yeah, I will probably not show this off because there are much better tools for that purpose available today. This was kind of back in the old days when, there weren't a whole lot of things available to modify Wolfenstein with. And then, of course, Doom came along, and it was the same thing for a while. They needed special programs to modify Doom, but today there are so many utilities for doing that it's kind of... Anyway, Galactics, this is another vertical scrolling shooter. I'm going to go ahead and skip this because unless somebody let me know if you really want to see this, but I mean, it's just another vertical scrolling shooter, and in my opinion, it's not the greatest. I mean, it's not bad. It has Sound Blaster Pro sound effect and things like that. I mean, it's a nice looking game and a nice sounding game, but it's not really anything that special. Ancients won the Death Watch. I think Gemini from Ancient DOS Games featured this recently during a shovelware dig that he did. But I'll go ahead and show it off. Ancients. Okay, that's exactly 8 characters. Yeah, that'll be fine. This is another first-person RPG. There's really, let's see, okay, just run begin. Yes, I do. Ancients 1, Death Watch. I'm not aware of an Ancients 2. I'm not aware of a sequel to this game. And since I'm being particularly perverted apparently today and telling stories of my perverted childhood, I will confess that I did sometimes run this game just to see this picture. Yeah, I was really that desperate as a kid. It's actually quite disappointing, isn't it? Let's see, view beginning. Okay, it's not exactly the most ideal way to read the game's story on this scroll being held by that woman, but okay. This is the story for the game. A little note. What's the little note? Brought to you by Farware? I wonder if Farware ever had any other games. Oh, they're in Canada, Canada. There's a city in Ontario called Canada, so they're in Canada, Canada. It's too bad there's not a Katana, Canada. That would be pretty awesome. Live in a city called Katana. Or maybe there is. I don't know. I'm not aware of any such city, but maybe there is one. Who knows? Anyway, if I just say Journey Onward, yes, it does. That starts the game. So, yeah, this is Ancients 1, Death Watch. I mean, it looks like a fairly typical first-person RPG, doesn't it? That's because it is. I mean, there's really not a lot to distinguish this game. Oh, that's a private residence. I guess most of these doors are probably private residences that you can't go into. I mean, you could theoretically knock on the door, but I don't think any of these buttons here are for knock on the door. So yeah, this is the whole game. You just walk around the town and oh no, you don't. Okay, this is the entrance to the sewers. Your nose is assaulted with the stench of sewage. That is the sewer entrance. Use the door. How do I use the door? Do I click on this? Use what? There we go. Darkness. Oh. I need a light source. Do I have somebody who can cast light spells, or do I need to... Okay, this is... Oh, here we go. F3 for Enchanted Flame. F3 for Enchanted Flame is not working. Can I click on it? Okay, there we go. Wilner, or is that Vilna? Casts light. Okay. You're in the sewers beneath the city of Lochleven. Cold and feeling water chills you very soul. Slime marks the wall, and the smells of death and decay fill the thick air. All right. Is there an auto map in this game? This does not look like... Oh, here we go. Here's... We encounter a riff raft. Okay, we encounter one riff raft and 4 orcs, I guess. Okay, can we attack? Click. Okay, do I have to... Try using a weapon. Wait. None of my guys have weapons, really? Oh, I guess I should have bought weapons in the town before I came here. Can I flee? Kent flees from battle. Tries to flee but fails. Oh, that guy died. One of my guys died in the first battle because he wasn't able to flee. That's nice. Okay, now we encounter 2 bandits, but I still can't attack because I have no weapons. Okay, this guy's a spellcaster. He can at least cast things like Magic Missile, right? Select a monster. Okay. It would be nice if the text paused long enough to let me read what it says. I also like how the text now says, Bandit Mrs. Reacher, Wilner. That's a good word. I like the word Mrs. Reacher. Sounds like a school teacher's name. Excuse me, Mrs. Reacher, I have a question. I think I killed one of the bandits, though, because there were 2 bandits, and now it looks like there's 1. So can I cast Magic Missile again? Dead. Each character finds 1 gold. I guess that's just Wilner, since he's the only character left. This is not going very well. Can I examine this wall here? Maybe I thought, since this is a dead end, I thought maybe there's a secret hidden door behind there or something, but yeah, things are not going very well for me in the Death Watch. I guess that's why it's called Death Watch. Oh, there are stairs here down. Take them. Take them, period, as if it's a statement rather than a question. Take them, yes. Take them. Your light wavers in the dark... Oh, I thought this said dark darkness. No, in the dank darkness of these ancient pathways, you are within the access tunnels beneath the city. Hey, dank memes. Dank darkness memes. Okay, anyway, they've not been used for centuries, or have they? Evil seems to emanate from the very walls. Okay, I have a feeling this is one I'm going to lose, because now I have 6 evil priests and 3 barbarians against 1 guy with 1 health point left. Let's go ahead and cast Magic Missile again at... Do I want to cast it at the... Yeah, let's cast it at the priest. Okay. Killing Wilner, all characters dead. Okay. Do I want a new game? No, thank you. That was Ancients 1 Death Watch. Wow. Oh, and it doesn't reset your resolution when you quit the game. I will admit that I'm not very good at that game, since I have no idea how you're supposed to play it, but I am a little underwhelmed, to be honest. It seems like it wasn't quite the best game ever. And the Go program appears to have crashed. Maybe because I ran it in the wrong resolution. Usually programs like that will reset the resolution when they run. I mean, I thought it would just reset the resolution, because that's usually what programs like that do. They'll actually set a new, they'll set whatever resolution they want when they run. But apparently this one doesn't. So if you run it in mode 13 VGA, as I just did, then it just crashes. Okay, that's fine. I mean, I guess I can end the video here. I mean, this video is already almost 40 minutes long anyway. I have to say I'm a little bit disappointed with a couple of things. First, I'm disappointed in that Scorched Earth because it definitely could have gone better and would have gone. I think it would have gone better if I'd had a newer version because I don't remember some of the controls and some of the mechanisms for this older version. I think the newer version would have definitely been better. And then this game, Death Watch. I mean, gosh, it's. I feel like it could have done better. I probably should have bought some weapons or something before going onto the dungeon, and I'm just a little disappointed in this whole run. I mean, I feel like it was not bad, but I feel like it could have been better. But anyway, I hope that you folks enjoyed watching anyway. Thanks for coming along with me, and yeah, we'll continue. We'll continue next time when we go through the Gamefest 2 CD. Until then, everyone, thanks for watching, and I will see you later. Ta-ta for now.